Well, the Detroit Lions have had your number one highest scoring offense in the league here in 2024. And it's no surprise that with one of the top rushing attacks in the league between David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, and with an offensive coordinator like Ben Johnson likely to become a head coach after this season is over, it is also no surprise now that teams are starting to look elsewhere within the ranks of the Detroit Lions organization. Chris Spielman has just selected to interview with the New York Jets, and multiple teams have now come calling for both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. On the morning show this morning, I mentioned a name that I have felt now for a couple of seasons. I was real surprised that he has not gone off to have interviews for offensive coordinator positions and or other positions within the NFL, and that individual's name is Hank Fraley. And I'm going to play you this little clip from this morning at just what I was saying and what I was hoping wouldn't happen. And then just 2 hours later, Tom Pelissero decides to break news that, in fact, Seattle plans to interview Detroit Lions offensive line coach, Hank Fraley. Here's what I said this morning. Number 4 is your Detroit Lions. So at its peak, the Lions unit is among the NFL's best. We know that. We've seen it. I mean, just look at the run game. Just look at what Sonic and Knuckles have been able to do this season. And whenever they've had to, bring guys in and take guys out because of injury, we really don't miss a beat. And I think that is, a lot of the work that has been put in by Hank Fraley, which no one's talking about Hank Fraley right now. And he is kind of like my dark horse, positional coach that I think can rise into the ranks of whatever he wants to do. Mm-hmm. Does he always want to be an offensive line coach, or does he have aspirations to do other things in the NFL? We don't know. I would love to know, but I would hope that we don't lose him. Why is nobody talking about Hank Fraley right now? Please don't. Keep him off the radar. As you can tell, I clearly have had this premonition about Hank Fraley, that he's been so good for so long. He has commanded one of the best offensive lines in league history over the last 3-4 seasons now in Detroit. And I just expected at some point, some team was going to come calling, whether it's for an offensive coordinator position, an assistant head coach position, or even a head coach position at some point. It's kind of tough to make the leap from, a positional coach to head coach. You might need to take a step or two in between before you get there. But Hank Fraley, in my opinion, is not only one of the smartest positional coaches in the league, but he does things at such a high level. He has really done an excellent job. We know as Lions fans that we have had so many injuries across the offensive line in seasons past, like 23 and 22, where you have 8, 9, 10, 12 different offensive line formations, and we just don't miss a beat. And that's largely in part because of Hank Fraley and how he has this team ready to go, right? His guys, his offensive line ready to go, and how he works cooperatively with the offensive coordinator and the run game coordinator to make sure that, the offensive line is up to snuff for each game. So here's what was reported. Tom Pelissero on Thursday, right around 11 a.m. This morning, that Seattle plans to interview Hank Fraley. So the league rules do indicate, though, that assistants on a team on a bye, such as the Lions, they can conduct interviews for vacant jobs as long as it's 3 days after the Week 18 finale up to the end of the wild card weekend, which would be Monday. So those interviews must be a maximum of 3 hours in length and only virtually, which is good that he doesn't have to travel. Now, Fraley has never been an offensive coordinator. And that's what I was kind of mentioning this morning on the morning show is, did he have any other aspirations? Because I've only ever seen him in the positional coach, as an offensive line positional coach. And just was curious, right? I mean, the guy has the aptitude for it. So he's been an assistant. He's been exclusively an assistant offensive line coach at the University of San Jose State, the Minnesota Vikings, UCLA, and the Detroit Lions. The former Philadelphia Eagles center, which was Hank Fraley, has also strongly been praised for his success currently with the Detroit Lions, and that's why he's being looked at right now. He's led an extremely dominant offensive line, and I don't know of another guy that's more deserving. Turning out a couple of all-pros on this offensive line in Frank Ragnow and Penei Sewell. And again, the highest scoring offense in the NFL in large part due to what these guys are able to do in the trenches, on the front line. So, of course, Hank Fraley is just one of many candidates. He's never been an offensive coordinator. He's never called plays, but that doesn't mean that he can't do it. I expect a wide net to be cast for this job in Seattle, but I think Hank Fraley has an opportunity. And you know what? Even if he doesn't land the position, maybe there's an opportunity here for him to level up to some sort of a head coach assistant or offensive coordinator assistant or something, at the next level. But we'll see. Good luck, Hank. I don't want to see it go, man. I really don't want to see any of these guys go. But this is the cost of being good in the NFL. You tend to lose really good people and players. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Go on Pride. Go Detroit Lions. Bye-bye.